Hello and welcome back to Transport Fever 2. We're back in Montgomery and its new station. I think one of the best things about this station was the fact we didn't move the station buildings. We just slightly rearranged the track layout. That made me all sorts of happy. And today we're going to throw in, possibly quite literally, a couple of airports. One down the south where we are today, and another up north, just so we've got some air scenery. It just adds a little bit to it, doesn't it? It feels a little bizarre without aircraft anywhere on the map. So that's the plan today. Not the most in the way of detailing, or for that matter desirability from the AI. However, I bet they do want to go there and it'll just be jam-packed. That's down to the AI. If you wish to stand there and wait for a train for eternity, that is your prerogative. And I love this station now. I absolutely love it. We've got our trains backed up a little bit, but that's partly because we demolished stuff and rebuilt things. They'll spread themselves out. Alright, UI is up. We're going to get a build going, aren't we? We're going to continue this electric line down, I'm going to say, here. And we'll go biggest. Why not? It will be passenger. It's going to lag the game a little bit. Which side does our train want to go? We've got to come down that way and then cross the river. So I guess we want to flip that around. I mean, it doesn't really matter which way they land and take off. And we're obviously not going to have it up in the air. So we'll do a little bit of that to lower it down. And we'll sort the terrain out as necessary. We have to find a place for our train anyway, which is obviously going to be on the passenger side of things. It would be nice to be roughly level with that forest over there. Let's go massive, and we'll go with square, and we'll run this off and see what sort of height we're looking at there. That's not bad, is it? It's not bad. There we go, guys. Slightly lower. That's where we're heading for our airport. Will you sit in there nicely? You will. It does like smooth out the edge of the airport there. I kind of like that. Let's do that. We'll smooth that out a touch on the sides. I guess up here will do as well. I think I would like to actually drag that out past the boundary of the airport and bring back the rock face. Towards the end we can slope off. That's absolutely fine. Terminus. Yeah, no, actually. We'll have the depot down this end. Where's the building? We need that connected direct because this is the only way to get to it. It's going to be high speed. There will be catenary, won't there? Only the single platform. How long do we want it? There we go. We've got our airport. No road connection. I don't know what the game's going to think to that. We may need to put one in and possibly send it round the back just so it's connected somehow via road so it doesn't complain. I'm wondering if we can't... Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, if we can't fit it down there, it would be kind of lovely, wouldn't it? Let's send it all the way down. There we go. I mean, that just adds to the scenery regardless, doesn't it? Then we'll have our depot run past the end of the platform here. And then we can go across with a little crossing past the depot access. So something like that. Not quite how I wanted that to go. Maybe we'll do the crossing first and then we'll do the track. You are level. Don't like that. We'll smooth that out. Official episode galore today. It does blend it in nicely, doesn't it, to the scenery rather than plonked in there. I sort of like this. We've got nothing in the way except for that one tree. That one shouldn't be a problem. That's ridiculous. Let's get rid of that. There we go. And that just doesn't seem right. Don't delete it. Cost us a fortune. But the thing with airports is they make a fortune as well. Right, can we get you going across neatly? That's fine. Yes. And then for our signals, we don't really need gates, do we? This is a depot track. There we go. Just those. Country, isn't it? Yes. Then can we run back down there? There we go. It's sort of beautiful, isn't it? Let's see if we can't sit you in tidily. There, we have a road connection. And we'll run that down the other side. Honest, I did that first try. Yep. Absolutely not. Right. Curvy road. Let's go round. Not like that. Dear oh dear. Take that off. I don't mind you dropping down to drop up. What do you do if I do? That's excessive. In fact, we could just do it, I guess, like that and then curve up. Is that right? Yeah, sure. I don't mind it. It's not going to be used. There we go. We could put a fence in between as well and some gravel, couldn't we? Make it look like it's all part of the station. We'll leave the grass the airport side. I mean, we could have cut grass. Or grass cutted. It still tickles me, guys. Up to the end there. I mean, should we run possibly a fence down there as well? Why not? A nice fence, perhaps, to make it look beautiful. Assets. Fence tool. I guess this one is kind of nice. Yeah, let's just run it down there, see what it looks like. I tell you what, it's alright, isn't it? Don't look too closely. And don't look from above. Oh, if that's... I mean, it's not far off. It's kind of nice, isn't it? Adds a bit to it, doesn't it? Yeah, adds a little to it. Right. I said I wasn't going to detail this up, and here we go. we're just detailing because of reasons. Oh dear. Let's make this. Yep, I'm still going. I'm confident I'm going to get them both in a reasonable amount of time and add the new trucks, which I forgot to mention at the beginning. Is that the right stuff? No, it isn't. This is tarmac, isn't it? Asphalt, even. There we go. Yeah, I'm determined to get the trucks in, obviously. There we go. That looks better. Get rid of that grass. I like that. Yeah, we'll have that bit as matching as well. Up to the airport bit there. Is that nice? It's a nice little area, isn't it? I kind of love that. Yeah. I don't know what you're there for. Doesn't make much sense. There we go. Airport station, guys. We need our electrified depot. It's separate to the rest of the network. It's probably run by the airport. Get you in there. That's it. That's it. We're good to go. I mean, apart from the fact that it's not actually connected, but we are good to go as far as that airport is concerned, and it's connected to the rest of the world. Shall we get us a line in? We're going to go straight over and then we'll adjust as necessary. It will be an excessive bridge, but why not? We'll adjust the terrain a little bit as well. Let's go that far. And then we'll go across with our bridge, which won't be that one. It will be that one because the other one doesn't make sense. These will be the concrete bridges once they become available. We're kind of at a nice height there. I would like to make sure we swing round and head up. But this is going to be embankment. We are heading up slowly. Hopefully we can get the grade for this. We don't really care too much what the grade is. I mean, if it's maximum, it's fine. As long as we eventually get up there. We might need to curve round a little further. But we'll see. Perhaps we need to go out to come in at maximum. Well, shall I draw it and see if we can actually get up there? No, we can't. And how far off are we? Quite a way. Right, so we're going on a little excursion to get up here. I guess first off, what we should do is send our track out nice and flat. And we'll have a parallel-ish bridge. I don't think it needs to be parallel. But we need to be close to this one. So we've got the height. So we've got a nice double bridge now. Then this is where we head down. So what's the height situation? I mean, it does make me a little uncomfortable that they're not parallel. So I take it all back and we're going to run parallel. The crossover does make it a little harder than it should be. There we go. Now we should be able to get this to go over. That should be our connection into that. It's beautiful. There we go. And then this side, we head off that way. Although we've lost a bit of our height there, haven't we? So if we level that out a touch, we might be able to get a bit more bridge and a bit less embankment. Or not. Well, actually, now we can cross from over here, can't we? As long as we run straight, that will be perfectly parallel where that track is. And we'll double check. But if we run it in one... There we go. That is perfectly parallel now. And if we do go straight across... is the other bridge straight? Not really, is it? It's a little bit down. Which would help our situation. That's why the parallel would have worked beautifully grand. You can't do that because it's got a slope. It's fine. All we need to do is, yeah, bring that all the way out. Now we should get the required bridge, I hope. And exactly the same grade as well, which is the important bit. Now we've got the same grade, be exactly parallel, and we'll delete all these. There we go, guys. Parallel bridge with identical grade. It's kind of lovely, isn't it? Yeah. And it, I love this. It sort of mirrors the other bridge with its feet, with its supports. We've got 2 on this side for this one, and then 2 on that side for that one, then the 1 and the 1. It's marvellous. Please don't change that when I start to head down at maximum grade here. We'll go, what, about 140 would be excessive, but we do need to head all the way down somehow. How we do that, or whether we can get down to where our other track is the challenge. If we wiggle a little bit, we might be able to do it. Let's check how far we've got to go. I mean, we can start heading up here is one option. It's already a ridiculously long bridge. The other bit is to curve around the edge of this, or even head parallel with it, because this heads down and we can go round that way. That's the challenge we've got today. Give that a little bit of an edge. I did delete the rock. There was another perilous rock that threatened to jump onto the road, which we didn't want. Now the challenge is to get down to that there, which I can't see us doing. What's our height difference here? 67 meters. We've got to get it to 25. It shouldn't be too terrible. It should be doable with a little bit of wiggle, is my plan anyway. So we've got to get all the way down. Yeah, we're not really losing the greatest amount of height here, are we? 56. We might have to slow down completely here to get down there. Maybe. It's, yeah, how high are we if we go over the top there? Goodness me, look at how far we've got to gain. We might have to run this way. I don't even think that's going to give us the grade. I mean, it would kind of be nice to run next to it, wouldn't it? Okay, let me try that and we'll see. We definitely really can't worry about speed, can we? It looks like we're aiming for about 70. I don't mind bringing up the terrain a little bit. We're up to 48 currently. If you're wondering why this is so difficult, we do have... Oh, you're so close. I think we're almost there, guys. We do have a self-imposed limit on the track here. Right, so if we finish that off, do we have the grade to get round there? Still not. Dear oh dear. Yeah, this is going to have to go out and then back in again, isn't it? As long as we've got max grade, we should be able to do this. This is a challenge, isn't it? Dear oh dear. 50. Then what? We still don't have it. By how much? Oh, you're so close. So if we head that out that way, slightly, we may have to do a bit of terraforming to make sense of it all. I'd rather not have a ton of bridges. Will you... Right, we've got the connection and it is almost perfect. If we can stay above 50, I think that'll do for a metro line, wouldn't it? Is that right? 50, 56. Oh, there we go. There we go. We have it. It looks a bit terrible at the moment and a little bit bizarre, but if you're going to impose grade limits on your playthrough, this is what you got to work with, which I kind of like. Let's flatten that out a little bit so we can smooth it better. Just where this is, so the track has a little bit more ground underneath it. Wow, that was more challenging than I was anticipating. It's turned into a sort of mountain railway or hillside railway like we've got up north, but I'll take it. Right, let's smooth that off now, and it should sit nicely on the ground. And if we come down here, it looks like it's supposed to be. You can see where we've obviously raised the ground a little bit. And we need the same over here, don't we? Bit of an embankment around here. Now we've got to do the same up the other end. Who was overconfident today? That's right. That never happens, does it? Let's get you all set up. There'll be some editing today, no doubt, to try and make this all fit into an episode. Oh yeah, we don't need that there. Please don't mess up my thing. Oh, you did. You messed up my thing. Oh, guys, what have I done? I'm going to leave that like that because I don't want to touch it. Right. We have a line. Where on earth are we going to fit a passing loop? Here? It looks okay, doesn't it? Is that about halfway? It's a little tricky to see, but we do have that, like, straight bit here. The trains are not going to be overly long. It's more, can we keep the speed of 50? Right there. Now, can we get the speed of 50 up here as well? Spot on. That should be enough room for passing, shouldn't it? And we'll get our signals down for the loop. It should be the same grade all the way around here, so the junction should be just fine. One there. It does need to be one way, but we'll do it on this one, and I'll change the other one. And where's that start heading in? Just there. One there. That should be long enough for our trains. We'll adjust it if they're crossing in a different place. I think it needs to be up there a little more, but we can just lengthen the loop, and they shouldn't slow down. We do have to probably have it longer than you would in the game usually, because we have the braking mod installed, so we're going to need to give them a bit more room. Right, I'm going to flatten this down a little bit. I don't mind the trees at the side. That happens in the US, that's for sure. It's more, I just wanted a little bit more tidiness. Here we go. There we go. That's better, isn't it? Apart from the rock. There. So we cross over independently up this end, and then we join back in with the line. I love that, but we're a separate track. We don't need any blocking anywhere other than the passing point. We will put them at the end of the platforms just for visuals, because there are signals at the end of platforms. I guess I need that on the opposite side, don't I? Because the catenary is blocking it. So there you go. We'll have one there. Not one way though. That won't work for that. That'd be the least best station signal. And same down here. Need you, it doesn't matter where, two-way. Right, let's get that train up and running. What are we having on here to start with? What do we have electrics wise? We have that monster, but I think that's a little excessive, don't you? It's got to be this one. Yeah, these are just excessive. Although, I mean, it's temporary. Do you know what? We'll go with that one. And then passenger wagons, we'll go with the gold sand, I guess. We'll just have, I don't know how long you want to be. 134 wagons? It should be enough, shouldn't it? And we want 2, don't we? And we'll put those on a line you've not created yet. It usually helps to have a line, but we've got the vehicles in there. So this is the airport shuttle, perhaps? Airport metro? Sky blue. There we go. Because of the sky. I just realised what I said. Well played. Don't admit that. Montgomery Airport. Montgomery Airport. We can now put these vehicles on our line. Hopefully everything is going to work just fine. And we'll watch them come out briefly past our nice little layout here. I'm leaving that bit of road in because it messes up the curve otherwise, which is sad. There we go, guys. We have our electric train. Oh, it's got a bell on it? Is this a mod? Do Urban Games have... Oh, I'm confused. Do Urban Games have bells on there? On their trains? Because that definitely had a bell. There was a bell somewhere. It could have been anywhere, to be fair. Oh, there we go. Did we like that? Slow, where's the tannoy coming from? Of course, the airport. There goes our other one. He's going to wait for him to head all the way up to Montgomery Station. These are kind of nice, aren't they? We'll get to see what the new versions are once we get the beta installed. Quick stop at the station. I doubt anybody's going to come here. There'll be absolutely zero reason at the moment. But anyway, you're off and running. We'll get these running and then we can do the other airport. And I'm probably going to do this one much quicker because that took a while. This one can't really run parallel, can it? Because of the hills we've got going. I would like it up. Yeah, the hills are going to be an issue. We could have it down here and bring the ground up, I guess. And it's sort of run along that side, and then we'll run our train through here. Just take it round slightly. We're almost... Yeah, we're getting more and more parallel with the edge of the map there. Get you in there. Right. Is this the largest we've got? Get the square. I think that's larger. Yeah, there we go. We need that all taken down. We'll get rid of some of the trees as well. I'm not sure how it's going to take off here. But at the same time, we want our train to not be in the tunnel too much, do we? Similar to how we have it down the other end, connected straight to the station. We're going to have troubles fitting a road network in. I don't know if it will count. It'll be a good test, won't it? Because I'm not sure if they count as a connection without a road. Let's hope so. Lots of official episode. We're going to have to do a lot of felling of trees as well. Maybe we can make use of the logs. Unfortunately, it doesn't work like that, does it? Okay. Okay. I mean, there's still a hill there. But that will be gone very shortly. I mean, we only need, like, a way to get up into the air. So, something like that should do, shouldn't it? I think we're not far off that level. We'll see once we're done. So, we might not have nearly as many issues with this train. Which would be lovely. I know this is excessive, but I'm preparing for our train as well. It all depends what this looks like once it's done. Assets. We want trees and delete. Something like that should do. What are you? There we go. That should be enough, shouldn't it? I mean, they come down quite steep in Transport Fever, but there we go. Yeah, that should do. We'll be taking off higher than that, so we can always put trees in again, can't we? Yeah, we'll see where the point is, and we can always add trees to the little basin-y bit there as well. And then we can smooth it off. Now, what heights have we got here? Oh yeah, we don't need trees there, do we? None of that leading up to it. Although that's down in a that's down in a little dip. We might add these trees back down there. That's sort of nice. Love it. Can have them to the side a little bit, perhaps, and round there on the edges. We'll have some of these in as well. Why not? By the time we're done, we should be able to see whether our trains are passing at the right point. That'll do, wouldn't it? Okay, grand. Get the train station in. We've got the depot for this up this end, so we don't need to worry about that. It'll just be we could possibly have this as a terminus. 240. Oh, it's remembered our settings. It remembered us, guys. Right, let's get you in wherever we can. That's a snug fit, but I'll take it. And we'll take a look at the heights, and then we'll get an aircraft route running. We're just going to connect this up fairly simply. We can use the crossover up this end somewhere for this. What's the height we've got this end? This is 154. Really? I didn't realise how high we were, guys. And where's our airport at? We might be in trouble again. 57. We've got to lose. We've got to gain / lose 100 and something meters. Okay, this might be a bigger build than I was expecting. Let's see what we can do. We're going to head round there. Straight, I think, to start with. And then we're going to climb up the side is the plan. We may have a few tunnels, but it's going to be maximum grade, and we'll see what we can do with this. It's a good job they're electrics, right? We may need to do some finagling with this. It's going to be quite the journey once we're done. This one I'm going to throw in. We'll tidy it up a bit later. We may need to do like a loop to get up there. It's going to be dependent on... oh no, we're sticking our head up. It's going to be dependent on how much height we get around here. Perhaps we need to do like a little wiggle. I don't know. What height do we get to? Right up here. I mean, it's not far off, is it? Yeah, we're not going to need too much of a wiggle at all. But we are going to need some. So if we send that round and we do a little bit of terrain work, we might be able to gain the height. I mean, it's going to be rough. But if we snake our way, there's not really much we can do about this. For today, all I would really like is a line, please. Oh dear, this is much higher than I thought it. Dear, oh dear, the height difference, it makes me want to bring the airport up quite a bit. Would that be better, do you think? Because we're struggling. We're absolutely struggling there. I'll tell you what, guys, for this one, we're going to make a silly connection. And before we load up the next episode, we'll adjust the height of this. For now, I think what we do is get this running so that we can have our cab ride and take a look at our trucks. Otherwise, this is going to take forever, isn't it? Dear oh dear. I mean, we could have like a tunnel helix thing. That kind of works. Alright, we'll go with that. And as long as you connect in up here somewhere, it'll be fine. Not ideal, but I'll kind of take it. And then we can work on this. That's interesting. I would like to take some height away from our station up there. This is not the finished product, guys. But we do want the airport running, don't we? We want to get the planes up. I kind of like this, though. Where we vanish and do like an underground helix thing. That's kind of cool. Right, new line. You're going to run from there to there. That should be all you need, and we'll only run one train because that's not the finished article. Right, there you go. Athens Airport Metro. Of course, as soon as you hit enter, it yeets it up into oblivion. And you are going to be... Well, I guess they can have the green, can't they? The matching green up this end. There we go, because that's what it's all about down here. And you should just slide into this platform, right? Yeah, yeah, and we've got the signals at the end there. You don't technically need to cross over. When I'm finished deciding how high we need this airport, we can figure out the track. Thoughts on this, the underground helix? I sort of like it. Maybe not here, but possibly through this section, and then we could just leave it as is and we can come out somewhere and make... Well, no, we will need to hire that. But yeah, I'm happy with our first line. This one is all sorts of temporary. Let's get you running. Buy vehicles. We'll have matching, I guess. Yeah, we'll go with these. Well, given the speeds, shall we? Let's get you on. This is all temporary until we get some, like, metro trains. Let's just get one running. And this is the Athens Airport Metro. You're going to make a run to the airport. And then we've got our airport connection done. And that's good. Maybe we can fly over a map. It'll all depend how it looks once we're finished. New line. Montgomery Airport. Yeah, just circle around there. That's scenery. And you are going to there. I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad. You fly over and up and away. We'll see. We'll see how this all works. We'll colour you blue. Why not? There we go. Shall we get us a plane either end? We are going to have the whatever the biggest is. Well, the new ones. No, that's well, let's go passenger. Well, we've got Lockheed Super Constellation is our choice. We've got the Douglas C4 there. Yeah, we'll go with the Super Constellation. One there. Put you on the line. We'll get our first aircraft up and running, and then we'll have one this end at the more finished version of our connecting metros, and you can go on there. There we go, guys. We've got aircraft. I would like to make some changes to these guys, and it'll be this one first. Would it? No, not the food ones. You'll see why. Manage vehicles. We are going to swap these guys over. Is this... What are these? Is this the lumber? I think it's the lumber, right? I don't think it's the right lumber. We need the lumber that's heading up this way. I'll explain why once we've got into the buy menu, but it's the way these work. We are going to replace these with cargo. And we've got Peterbilt 352. And we're going to have our logging trucks for this one. So we're going to get those on. Probably get rid of one. That's empty. Because they're going to take a lot more and they travel a lot faster as well. But there we go. They have the most bizarre cockpit camera. And page up, page down does nothing. And moving it around is a little bit weird. But yeah, there we go. If you tilt the camera, that's not your vision going. There we go. But these are rather nice. I do like these. And we're going to have a look at them with that view, though. It's good to see them on the map, isn't it? Since we're coming back anyway, we'll take more of a look at the vehicles. The airport project's going to go into a phase 2 by the looks of things, just so we've got a nice line running down that mountain. They've got a lot of mountain, hillside. But they have a wonderful hillside rail network going on for both the airport and our main line as well. But yeah, we're going to have to do some shenanigans. It would be nice if these pulled to the end, wouldn't it? That would be great. There is another one I would like to replace with the Peterbilt, and that's this one. We'll get that replaced. And you are going to have the... Which one's the grain? That one's the grain. Get you replaced with grain. And we'll take a look at those as well. There we go. They're in lovely yellow. Big old tipper trucks on the back. I wonder if they are the tipper ones or do they open underneath. It's kind of lovely. They also have the bizarre camera. I don't know. We'll take a look at the details because we need to replace these guys. There we go, because we're getting a bit behind anyway. And the best thing about the final change is, let's just go to them. Yeah, they have 4 compartments, which is awesome for what we're doing up this route here. 462 brake horsepower, 65 miles per hour. Build date 1959. It's only got a 7-year lifespan. But yeah, these are really handy. But if we go down to the logging, you'll notice they only take logs. The lumber is up here. We've got this one that only takes food. You've got that one that takes grain. Well, all the loose goods. And you've got your standard oil. But no longer can you have logs and lumber on the same truck if you run with these, which is why not all of them are being replaced. But this one's kind of nice for end products being delivered. And will work. There we go. Will work for this road heading up there. I do love these. I absolutely love them. You know, when you think trucking in America, these are, for me, one of the iconic trucks. Being from the UK when I was growing up, look at him motoring down there. Dear oh dear. He's off. But they're going to pick up a lot more. We'll probably need a lot less because they do a decent speed down there, don't they? So we'll get rid of you. Tidying up our roads a little bit. It would probably work for this setup, but we'll... well, we're on top of it now. Look at that. All those little tweaks we did. We are absolutely getting on top of all of that stuff. Alright guys, that was an episode. We're not done. No, we can't be. What I need to talk about for future episodes. We need a north to south, at least one freeway. Yeah, proper freeway, so we can get possibly our trucks using it. It will start at Athens, well, Athens and Montgomery. And we might branch off to, say, Chesapeake so that we've got competing freeways. We're on board our finished metro line. I would say this would be okay with a bit of, possibly a bit of detailing going on. Maybe a road that follows it for no reason whatsoever because they won't use it. So it'd look a little bit silly. Scrub that. We'll take a look at more of the Peterbilt trucks. And there's a few more to do. Oh, the timing. Oh, they gave me a big grin. There goes one of our aircraft. We're lagging a bit because of all the things that are happening with the new connections every time. But it's to be expected. But I'll tell you what, we're not far off. And this is dependent, right? Because we probably sat in this block waiting in the passing loop. But we've got the length. And we could possibly go with slightly longer trains anyway, given the size of the stations. So yeah, we've got freeway, major freeway running the length of the map to do. We've got to bring in the diesels eventually. And we've now got some aircraft up in the air. We'll probably add more to it. And we've also got to finish off the other line. It's actually kind of a quick line, isn't it? I wonder if we'll get any passengers yet. I doubt it. But yeah, lots to do, guys. Still lots to do. I know some of you didn't want to see it end, and it's not going to, because I want to do the freeway project, and I'll have to install a certain little mod for that. Anyway, thank you for watching. This is the last episode before the beta. So there might be a break if it all goes pear-shaped. I'll keep you informed. Keep an eye on the community section on the main channel. And I'll leave you on board for a little ride back down. It's slowly smoothing out the frame rate, so that's nice. Very busy, isn't it, Montgomery? Anyway, that's it from me. Once again, thank you for watching, and until next time, take care.